this is Reese from Creator Serum, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can actually order products from your components inside of Myob, and also be able to actually procure and receipt the items multiple times from a purchase order in Creator. So I'll show you how this works. So first we're going to create a purchase order in here. We're just going to make it just about 3 of those. And so view. Next thing we're going to do is that we just check the stock. We've only got one of those. We're going to build 2 more and one available and so forth in here, and just in the primary location. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a purchase order of different components. View that, and see we've got 3 components, so we just got a red alert on that's the component itself. We need 2 more components, so we need to have one of these. We need to have, we'll just 3 in stock, 2. We'll just make it another one, and yep, and then in stock I'll make it 4 of those. Okay, so we're going to create a purchase order from there. So we go to the purchase order here and we open that up. So now what we want to do is receipt differently. So if we actually sent this to Myob, the problem we have is that we have to receipt all the stock at once and then go to a bill, and so it gets a bit messy as well. So this it has no tracking of where this order is up to and what's been received on this particular purchase order. So we're going to solve this problem as well. So first we're going to do is we're going to just receipt the stock. We'll finalize it to make it open, and then we'll receipt the stock, and we're just going to get them one at a time in here to show you it. So we first receipt this stock in here, delete that, yes, okay, and we're going to choose the locations in here and choose the locations in here. Okay, receipt the stock, yep, okay, so we're just going to view that receipt. And another neat feature that Myob can't do in their API is that I can't send a receipt into Myob. I could send a bill. We can go straight to bill in here, but just an example of showing that to you. So I'm going to convert that into a bill, send that across, and I'm now going to send that into Myob. Yep. Okay. So what that has done is that has receipt the stock of the left leg frame and the desktop panel has been receipted. So that means I've added stock onto here. So when I go back to the purchase order in here, let's see if I can find the purchase order. Yep, in here you see I've received these 2 stock in here. Still got some waiting in here, and so that is still open and waiting for stock. So that helps you out there. So it still will help out with adding the items that are available and ready to go, but it will not on order will not display in Myob if I do it this way. But at least it means you can have a process of making sure all the stock is received in here as well. So the next step I want to do is I'm going to receipt more stock, and I'm going to receipt this whole stock. Same thing. Whoops, locations. I should default to locations, shouldn't I? Okay, great. Yes. Okay, so we automatically close the actual the purchase order when the receipt stock's all been done as well. But what we do need to do is on this one here, we're going to have to send that to Myob. So we do that. We have on people's requests when we do receipt them, just resend them across. Whoops, we need to put a purchase order in here, a GST in here. Well, this is in beta mode, so I hope you don't mind. We're just quickly pushing this out, and so some of these things will be fixed on these little click-throughs. Send that to Myob. So we can do automatic. We have had clients with other plugins that when you do receipt the stock, automatically send that bill into Reckon as well. So these are some automations we can help out with that. So we've now built that. So what we can do is we've now got increased stock. So we're going to go back to the sale in here and see the actual items are closed. So that is fine, and I'm just going to click on here, and that means I can then send this to an invoice. So if we update our stock, let's go available. I'm just going to oh, we have to build it. Sorry about that. Bear with me. Now you can create a job on there, and they can build those items. There's a job I can create a job from here as well if I wanted to, and advanced job, and then say build these items. But this one I'm just going to build the items in here. Going to get lazy and click on 2, choose the locations, build it there, and build, and there's the locations there. And so forth. I'll just pause it. So I have added the items in here. I'm just going to click on that, and then we're going to again update the stats so we can refresh that and just see if we've got the right amount. Oops, I got to build more. I just did one. Let's try that again. Build it. 1, and we do primary location, build selected, primary. Yay! So we built 2 items in there as well. Showed you that. So we're just going to update the stats as well, just to see. Notice how I like to just check everything I've done. Yeah, we've got 3 here. So what we can now do, we've built 3 from all those components and receipt the items we've closed the purchase order, and off we go. So we're now going to just send an invoice across, yay, in here, and sorry, see my code, continue on, and off it goes, and we sent and pushed that item across. So we now we'll recap what we've done here. We've created a sales order for some black desk, 3 items, and we had a heap of stock that we had to build those components. We had to then go out and order, and the good thing about it, we can receipt them in different times, so it means that we can manage those receipts and make sure and have accountability of what items have been brought into stock and when can we build them. Once we can build it, we can go back into the order and we can actually build the items and then send it to an invoice inside of Myob. So that kind of the great thing about that is everything's in one location. You can see what's happening as well, and you can see on the sale and make it easy for the client on when it's happening and when the stock's available. Hope that helps. There's a bit of a beta version, but we'll clean it up. You saw there's a bit of a raw version of it, and we're getting it ready to go soon. Thanks. Bye.